Two of Southeast Asia's most popular expat destinations, millions of foreigners have moved to both. But in 2026, one of them is pulling ahead, and the answer might not be what you expect. Thailand versus Vietnam. 7 categories. 1 winner. Let's settle this. Thailand has been the default destination for Western expats in Asia for decades. The infrastructure is established, the expat communities are massive, and the country has built an entire ecosystem around foreign residents. Vietnam is the challenger, younger in the expat scene, rougher around the edges, but growing fast and offering things Thailand can't match in some areas. This video is a direct head-to-head comparison across 7 categories that matter most to remote workers and long-term expats. For each one, I'll name a clear winner or call it a tie. At the end, I'll tally the scores and give you a final verdict, plus a split recommendation, because the right country depends on what kind of expat you are. Let's start with the one everyone cares about most. Category 1, cost of living. Both countries are cheap by Western standards, but Vietnam edges Thailand out in almost every daily spending category. In Chiang Mai, Thailand's most affordable major expat city, a comfortable 1-bedroom apartment runs $400 to $600. In Ho Chi Minh City, you'll find comparable quality for $350 to $550. Hanoi is similar or slightly cheaper depending on the district. Street food tells the story even more clearly. A solid bowl of pho in Hanoi costs about $1.50 to $2. A plate of pad thai in Chiang Mai runs $2.50 to $4. Coffee in Vietnam, and this is a country that takes its coffee very seriously, is $1.50 to $3 at a good local cafe. In Thailand, that same cafe experience costs more like $3 to $4. The biggest gap is in nightlife and alcohol. A local beer in Vietnam costs $1 or less in many bars, especially in Hanoi's bia hoi culture. Thailand's alcohol taxes push even a basic beer to $2.50 or more. Bangkok is the outlier on the Thai side. It's significantly more expensive than Chiang Mai, with rents in popular expat areas like Sukhumvit or Siloam running $700 to $1,200 for a 1-bedroom. Ho Chi Minh City's District 1 and District 3 have crept up in price but remain cheaper than central Bangkok. Winner, Vietnam. It's not a dramatic difference, but across rent, food, transport, and daily spending, Vietnam is consistently 10 to 20% cheaper. Category 2. Visas. Visas in Southeast Asia are always complicated, but one of these countries has made life significantly easier for expats recently, and it's Thailand. Thailand's destination Thailand visa, launched in mid-2024, was a game changer for remote workers. It allows stays of up to 180 days, is extendable, and specifically targets digital nomads and freelancers. For retirees, the long-standing retirement visa requires proof of income or savings and grants a 1-year stay with annual renewals. And the long-term resident visa, aimed at high-income earners and remote professionals, offers a 5-year stay with significant perks. Vietnam has historically been trickier. The e-visa allows stays of up to 90 days with single or multiple entry. That's improved from where it was a few years ago, but 90 days is still a hard ceiling without leaving the country. There's no dedicated digital nomad visa, no retirement visa equivalent, and long-term residency options are largely tied to employment with a Vietnamese company or business investment. Many expats in Vietnam cycle through a visa renewals and border runs, which works but feels precarious. Vietnam has been signaling that it wants to improve its visa options for remote workers and long-term visitors, but as of right now, it hasn't matched what Thailand offers in terms of clarity and duration. Winner, Thailand. More visa options, longer stays, clearer pathways. Thailand has invested heavily in making it easy for expats to stay legally. Category 3. Healthcare. This one isn't close. Thailand's healthcare system is one of the best in Asia and a legitimate contender on the global stage. Bangkok alone has multiple internationally accredited hospitals, Bumrungrad, Samativej, that attract medical tourists from around the world. Chiang Mai has excellent private hospitals too. English-speaking doctors are standard at private facilities. The care is modern, efficient, and a fraction of US or European prices. Vietnam's healthcare system is improving and improving fast. Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi have good private hospitals. FV Hospital and Vinmec are frequently recommended by expats, and routine care is solid. Vietnam is also incredibly cheap for dental work, and a growing number of expats combine living in Vietnam with dental tourism. But for anything complex, surgery, chronic condition management, specialist care, Thailand is in a different league. The depth of expertise, the range of specialists, and the international accreditation standards give Thailand a clear advantage. Many long-term Vietnam expats actually fly to Bangkok for major medical procedures, which tells you everything you need to know. Private health insurance is affordable in both countries. Thailand runs roughly 100 to 250 a month for comprehensive coverage depending on age. Vietnam is slightly cheaper at 80 to 200. Winner, Thailand. Vietnam is fine for routine care and dental, but Thailand's medical infrastructure is world-class. Category 4, Internet and infrastructure. For remote workers, this category is non-negotiable, and both countries deliver, but differently. Thailand's internet infrastructure is mature. Fibre broadband in Bangkok and Chiang Mai routinely hits 200 to 300 megabits per second. 5G coverage is expanding in major cities. Power outages in urban areas are rare. The co-working scene is deeply established, with dozens of excellent spaces across Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and even smaller cities like Phuket and Koh Langan. Vietnam's internet is fast and getting faster. Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi offer fibre speeds in the 80 to 150 megabit range, with some providers pushing higher. Mobile data is cheap and strong across both cities. The co-working scene has grown significantly. Spaces like Driamplex, Toon, and Serco in Ho Chi Minh City are modern and well-equipped. Where Vietnam falls slightly behind is reliability. Power fluctuations happen more frequently, particularly in older buildings and during the rainy season. Internet can drop during storms in a way that's less common in Thailand's more weatherproofed infrastructure. It's not a daily problem, but if you're on a critical video call and the power flickers, it matters. Transportation infrastructure also favors Thailand. Bangkok's BTs and MRT systems are clean and efficient. Vietnam cities rely heavily on motorbikes and ride-hailing apps. Ho Chi Minh City's metro system only recently began limited operations and is still expanding. Getting around Hanoi and HCMC is cheap but chaotic. Winner, Thailand. Faster, more reliable, more mature infrastructure across the board. Vietnam is catching up fast, but it's not there yet. Category 5, Safety. Both Thailand and Vietnam are generally safe countries for expats by global standards. Violent crime against foreigners is rare in both, but the day-to-day safety experience has some differences worth noting. In Thailand, the most common issues for expats are petty scams, tuk-tuk, overcharging, gem scams in tourist areas, taxi meters that conveniently don't work. In nightlife areas like Khao San Road or Walking Street in Pattaya, drink spiking and overcharging are known risks. Outside the tourist trap circuits, Thailand feels safe and relaxed. Vietnam's main safety concern is petty theft, specifically phone and bag snatching from motorbikes. This is a well-known issue in Ho Chi Minh City and to a lesser extent in Hanoi. Someone on a motorbike grabs your phone or bag while driving past. It's not violent, but it's startling, and it happens to expats regularly. The advice is simple. Don't walk near the curb with your phone out and use a crossbody bag. Traffic is a safety factor in both countries, but Vietnam's roads are objectively more dangerous. The motorbike density in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi is staggering, and traffic rules are treated as suggestions. Crossing the street in Hanoi's old quarter is a legitimate skill you have to develop. Thailand's traffic is heavy too, especially in Bangkok, but the driving culture is slightly more orderly. Winner, Thailand. Both are safe overall, but Thailand has fewer everyday safety annoyances and calmer traffic. Category 6, Food Scene. This is the category that starts arguments. Both countries have some of the best food cultures on the planet, and picking a winner feels almost unfair, but I'll try. Thai food is bold, layered, and diverse. The balance of sweet, sour, salty, and spicy is legendary. Street food is cheap and everywhere. A solid meal from a Bangkok or Chiang Mai street stall runs $2 to $4. Thai cuisine also has more variety for people who eat vegetarian or vegan, with dedicated vegetarian stalls common during festivals and in many markets year-round. Vietnamese food is lighter, fresher, and arguably more refined in its simplicity. Pho, banh mi, bun chaat, com tam, fresh spring rolls. The emphasis on fresh herbs, broth, and clean flavors is extraordinary. Street food in Vietnam is even cheaper than Thailand. A banh mi costs as little as $1, a bowl of pho about $1.50 to $2.50. Vietnam's coffee culture is also in a league of its own. Café Soi Da, Vietnamese iced coffee with condensed milk, is a daily ritual, and the caf scene in both HCMC and Hanoi is genuinely excellent. For dietary variety, Thailand has a slight edge. Western food options are more abundant in Bangkok and Chiang Mai, and international restaurants cater to a wider range of dietary needs. Vietnam's Western food scene is growing but more limited outside the expat districts. Winner, Thai. Both are world class. Thai food has more heat and variety. Vietnamese food has more freshness and value. You win either way. Category 7. Expat community. Thailand's expat community is one of the largest and most established in the world. Bangkok alone has hundreds of thousands of foreign residents. Chiang Mai has a tight-knit digital nomad scene with weekly meetups, co-working events, and online groups with tens of thousands of members. Whatever your niche, entrepreneurship, creative work, retirement, there's a community for it in Thailand. Vietnam's expat community is smaller but growing rapidly, and it has a different energy. Ho Chi Minh City has a vibrant scene that skews younger and more entrepreneurial. Hanoi's community is smaller and more culturally immersed. Expats in Hanoi tend to be people who are genuinely invested in Vietnamese culture and language, not just passing through. The social scene in both cities is active, with regular meetups, sports leagues, and online communities. Where Thailand pulls ahead is in depth. Because the community has existed for decades, you'll find established social infrastructure, long-running clubs, advocacy groups, business networks, reliable Facebook groups with years of collective knowledge. Vietnam's communities are newer, which means they're more dynamic, but also less proven. Finding your people is slightly easier in Thailand simply because there are more people to find. Winner, Thailand. Larger, more established, more diverse. Vietnam's community is energetic and growing, but Thailand's ecosystem has decades of head start. On paper, Thailand wins this comparison convincingly, 5.5 to 1.5, and that score reflects a real truth. Thailand is the more polished, more convenient, more established option for expats in 2026. If you want a smooth transition with strong infrastructure, world-class healthcare, clear visa options, and a massive support network already in place, Thailand is the safer bet, but the scoreboard doesn't capture something important. Vietnam offers something Thailand doesn't, a sense of frontier. Living in Vietnam feels like being somewhere in the middle of its story. The country is developing at an incredible pace. The economy is booming. The energy in Ho Chi Minh City is electric in a way that Bangkok, as much as I love it, no longer replicates. Everything feels like it's being built, which means costs are lower. Opportunities are less picked over, and you're not just joining an established expat conveyor belt. Neither choice is wrong. Thailand is the reliable champion, Vietnam is the exciting contender, and honestly, a lot of expats end up spending time in both. Alright, it's your turn. Thailand or Vietnam? Drop your pick in the comments and tell me why. I especially want to hear from anyone who's lived in both. What surprised you most about the difference? Thanks for watching. Wherever you end up, make it count. I'll see you in the next one.